Hello everyone, welcome to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph, and today I thought we would take a look at my pomegranate. Now this pomegranate is 3 years old. I got it when it was probably about this big, and bought it from eBay, as like every great purchase we get from our plants. eBay purchase, because I couldn't get it anywhere else, so I got myself a little pomegranate and I thought, let's see what we can do with it. And alas, 3 years in the making, this is all we've got to show. Well, that is how we get our bonsai trees. Patience, patience, patience. And as you can see, I'll bring you in close. This is all we've got to show. But you can see, coming a long way from something like this, we've got something that is probably about the thickness of my little finger. So there we go. On the trunk we've got this first branch that comes down right to the bottom. Currently it's part of the design because I'm trying to get thickness in there. Possibly later on in life it won't be part of the design and we do get rid of it, we go to a single trunk, but for now it stays, it's developing and it's adding thickness, and it's the same with this one just here. You can see it's got some wire around it and that goes all the way up onto this main section just here. Now the reason for that is as this tree was getting bigger, the pomegranate themselves are not very thick, and they start off really thin and spindly, and what they do is they tend to, as they've got foliage, they weep under their own weight and they end up like this. So I needed to have a main leader, and putting some wire on it gives me that main leader, main focus point, and everything else just give me something to work from. So this is where we're going from. 3 years in the making, this is what we've got. Bit of a bush. So today all I want to do is just neaten it up, nothing major. We're just going to bring it back into shape because I want to put some growth onto this. I want to just get the shape in place, just tidy it up, and just, as you can see just here, these two branches are crossing, so I just want to make sure I've got no crossing branches and just bring it into shape and just get it ready to do some growth and potentially get the shape ready for the future development as a bonsai tree. So let's get you down, we'll have a fly over and start working on it. As you can see, it's looking bushy because the pomegranate is technically a bush. Well, I think it is anyways. And these pomegranates, I've had well, actually doing my research, there's quite a lot of conflicting information out there for them. A lot of them say they're tropical, semi-tropical, deciduous. This one particular of mine, what I've done is the first year I treated it like a tropical, so I kept it inside, and then the second year and this year what I did is I've put it outside and I've treated it as a deciduous. It dropped all its leaves, left it in the polytunnel / greenhouses, and as you can see, it's done very well. So I don't know if these have got different subspecies, and some of them are tropicals or semi-tropicals and deciduous, but this one definitely that I have dropped all its leaves and has had a sleep and has come back and it's doing really well. The foliage, it's got really nice foliage and it's got lovely little colours to it. I do really like these trees or bushes. As you can see, as I say, it's grown, it looks like a bush. That is just because I've tried putting on as much thickness as I can. It's not very thick, as you can see there. These take an absolute age to thicken up. As I say, I've had it from 3 years, and when I got it, it was initially probably about this thick to begin with, and it wasn't much taller. It was probably about, I don't know, a little bit, probably about this much bigger from the here to here, and it took an absolute age to put any sort of size on, and then when it did, it just shot out like this, and I've just let it grow and grow, and this is what has become of it. The only trim I did is this bit here. It did split into two and I just took one of them off, and it's healing up quite nicely, as you can see just there. These are the crossing branches I just mentioned. I'll just spin it. You can see this is the first branch here, and it splits off just here and here, and then this one grows right in between, just right between them, and that also splits off. So I think I will be removing this one here, which allows the back branch to go up that way, and then I'll probably take off this section here. So then we've got that one going that way, this one will come out, and then, well, this one will be removed, and then we'll have the back branch just here. Gives us the options for later on. Probably, as I say, probably won't keep them. It will probably remain a single trunk in the future, but it will help. These two branches will help thicken the trunk. And then I've got this one at the back as well that I'll just reduce. I would like to just try and get it down in height and make it, well, give it a structure of a tree rather than just all bushiness, because it's like, it looks, if you look at it, it's like a big flame going upwards at the moment, and I don't want that. I want to try and put the bones in there of the tree, so as it starts to grow and develop, it gives me a lot, well, it gives me not only the options for later on in life, but also gives me the nice structure to build from later on in life. So as we say, we're just going to start off with this section here. This first branch here that comes out, I'm just going to take that off completely. Just snip that off. Now I've no idea how we go about cuttings with this, so what I'll do is I'm just going to put these ones to one side. I'll do a read up on the internet once I finish this video, and maybe I will see if I can take some cuttings of the pomegranate. This one here I'm just going to take out as well. Again, just going to put a couple of them to one side. See if we can get in close. And then, if you see, I've got this little growth bit here. I will come back just there. We'll cut back to that. Brings it in nice and tight. And if I spin round to the side as well, I've also got, whoop, if I bring these down, I've also got two, but they are growing on the inside. So if, hopefully it comes up, you can see I've got a, if I just move that out of the way, I've got a bud just there. So I'm going to cut down to this one, just there, and hopefully that will continue to grow, but it should force that one to grow as well. I would like to wire these out, but I'm not going to. As I say, I'm just going to do the clip and grow on it, and we may or may not use these in the future, but if the bud does pop, it should grow that way anyways. So it gives us the nice two branches there that are now not crossing. I'm going to remove this little one here, because if it stays, it's going to eventually cause swelling in this section as well. This one just here, I mean, I could eventually leave it and then use this as my leader, but I'm not going to, because I have plenty of branches on this main trunk line here that I've got the option of using later on down the line in the future. So I will just be taking the whole thing out. Now this branch is very long, as you can see, and it's got lots of growth as well. As I say, I will just put these to one side. I might be able to get some clippings out of it, who knows. This back branch, it's very tall, and I've got two branches that come off to the side. There's one here and there's one a little bit further up. So if I just zoom you out just a touch, nope, not in, we need to go out, there we go. So you can see those just here and here, and then I've got nothing further up, but I do have plenty of buds. So I've got dormant buds here, one here and here, and the same here as well, and here. The branch, as I say, goes quite far up, like this far up. So I think what I'll do is I'll just come back to here, let those buds pop. We can always wire this one out a little bit further down here if I'd like to, but it's helping to push the energy into this low part of the trunk, helping thickness. I could let it run further off, but I don't want the tree to be too large and top heavy. I want to bring it in further down, as I keep saying. I want to put some sort of structure in as a tree. Now, I do need to zoom you out just that tiny little bit more so you can see, and I will angle you up. Don't need to zoom. There you go, you can see a bit better now. So we're coming into the middle of the tree. It does look a little bit straight, and as I say, in the future we'll probably pick one of these branches here, but if you see, I can zoom you in a little bit better. There you go. You can see just here and here is where the tree does naturally branch off. So these are the main branches I will be keeping, and as such I will be cutting back. Probably going to be further back in the future, but for the time being I've got a dormant bud just here, so I will be cutting back to there as you've just seen, and I've got that little bit of growth that will grow upwards. This dormant bud can help grow out, and then it'll also help push these ones. So later on down the line I'll probably cut back further, but for now it will help push those buds. I've got this one here, just going to bring in to there, and then again I've got more branches that are splitting off. Just going to pull them all closer into the tree, all like that. And then this top section I am actually just going to leave and let it grow up. Let me show you why. So the top section I'm just going to let it run upwards. By doing that, so the lower part, bringing it all in will help push all these lower buds further back on the branch, so they'll all continue to sprout out. This top section I'm letting it run out because it will force growth all the way up the tree, letting the tree become thicker and fatter. So I'll just pull all the energy all the way up the tree. So that is the idea in helping to thicken this trunk. Lower branches, growth all the way up. So that is all I'm going to do for today's video, other than take the wire off, because it is no longer needed, and because I can get in there nice and easy because it's not on thick, not on tight, sorry, not on thick. It's not on tight. I'm just going to go around, take it off, and I can reuse my wire. There we go. I think what I will do is just take this one back, just because it's a side branch. Everything else, I do like the pomegranate tree. I've wanted one for absolute ages. Now I've got one. It's started to come out nice. And you know what? I didn't realise it, but it's got quite a natural S shaping. Even though I've just put a bit of wire on just to give it some stability, it's grown. And yeah, it's got a little bit of an S shape going on. Didn't realise that. It probably won't in the future because I'll be cutting it further back. Oh well. Got some nice movement in it. It's looking a hell of a lot better. It's not as bushy as it once was. We've got the main leader. If I just give you a spin round to what is essentially the front. So you've got the main leader that's growing up, so that'll just bring all the vigour all the way through to the tree. Lower down we've got those branches, so they're not crossing anymore. So they will all help by providing their trunk to thicken up. So it's looking a bit more tree-like in structure, but we do have plenty of branches everywhere, so we've got all those to choose from as it thickens up. So I've not gone round clipping anything just because I haven't got any made decisions. Is that a real sentence? Any decisions made going forward how I'd like the tree to have its final structure, because the tree is not thick enough or anything like that. It's still quite bushy. It does remind me a lot of a privet, especially the English privets over here in the UK. Obviously this is a lot prettier. I mean, just look at them, just look at the ends and the colours. Really pretty. This is why I like the pomegranate. And obviously the fruit bearers. So hopefully when this gets to mature age I'll get nice little fruits just hanging off the ends. Let's get back on track. So yes, it's the structure's half ready to go. So we've got the branches lower down to help thicken the tree. We've got the growth further up helping to produce the growth all the way through to help thicken the tree as well. And we've got plenty of branches there to give us options for later on to give us the structure. So yeah, all that buds, all those there, they should now start popping as well in the next couple of weeks, because we've trimmed them back and we've got the growth going through the tree. As they pop, that'll give us a more, well, a better idea of which branches I would like to develop as well, as we get leaves on there. This one is obviously probably going to be trimmed back as well later, and it could be used as the main branch in the front, if we have that as the front. And then we've got left and right branches to pick from. So that's the flyover. It's a nice little structure going on. As I say, it's got a natural S going on, and I might want to just reshape that, probably by clip and grow as well, and bring it back down. So I've got a cool little pomegranate in development, and I've took off all this. Now hopefully, if I do my bit of research, I should be able to, well, as I say, I'm hoping I might be able to take some cuttings out of these. I've got a fair bit there, so I might be able to get myself some more free pomegranates for later on. This is how she's looking. She's looking quite bare, but it is in the growing season now, so she's going to put on quite a bit of growth fairly quickly. Plenty of fertiliser. As I say, growing season, now is the time. Plenty of fertiliser, and she should grow profusely. I do like these trees, and it's the only one I've got. As I say, I struggled finding it in the first place. Pomegranates seem to be pretty hard to find, or at least they were when I went looking for one. But recently I can't find them anyway. So I'm glad I got it when I did. It's the only one in my collection, so I am quite sentimental with it. I wouldn't like this to die at all. And if I can get some cuttings out of these, I would really like to get a couple to add to my collection, because I don't know, I just seem to find them difficult to get hold of over here, or at least in my area anyway. The shops don't sell them, any garden centres or anything like that, and coming up on eBay, they just don't seem to be able to pop up and get hold of them. So I am glad I've got it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what sort of growth it comes on this growing season. So anyways, if you like this one, please do give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment in the comment section below, let me know if you've got a pomegranate, and how do you find them. I do manage to get hold of them okay in the UK, because as I say, I found it difficult. Please subscribe if you haven't done, and if you have subscribed, or if you are subscribing, please do hit that notification bell. It lets you know when I've going live with these videos, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll check you on the next one.